The Texas race for U.S. Senate is turning into a political tug of war.
After a razor-thin primary, incumbent Senator John Cornyn and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton are headed for a May runoff. Well, now President Donald Trump is applying pressure as Paxton sends mixed signals about whether he will stay in the fight. Fox 4's Casey Stegall live tonight with more. Casey.
The back and forth has been rapid. Ken Paxton first digging in and now suggesting that he might, in fact, step aside.
In Texas's high-stake U.S. Senate race, the biggest question right now isn't just who wins the Republican runoff, it's whether one of the candidates will stay in the race at all.
I think that Ken Paxton is in a very difficult position right now because he thought he was going to win this, or at least run first, then win the runoff, and then win the Senate seat.
Cal Jilson is a political science professor at SMU.
Now the Republican establishment in Washington, including President Trump, see tens and tens of millions more dollars being spent in this runoff.
Jilson explains it's all about November.
Cornyn is probably the better general election candidate. And so I think President Trump is really between a rock and a hard place.
Wednesday night, Paxton declared he would not bow out. Thursday morning, President Trump told Politico that was, quote, bad for him to say, adding maybe that leaves me to go the other direction, inferring he'd endorse Senator Cornyn. Paxton appeared on conservative commentator Benny Johnson's show Thursday and said this.
So, no, I'm going to give people in Texas a choice. The people in Washington can have their own opinion. The president can have his own opinion. But I've been in this race for almost a year, and we're going to win this race in the runoff.
Then by late Thursday morning, Paxton wrote on X, I would consider dropping out of this race if Senate leadership agrees to lift the filibuster and passes the Save America Act. Then calling the four-term incumbent senator a coward for not working to get the bill which proposes restrictive voter requirements passed. Cornyn returned fire.
By July 2025, Angela Paxton announced a separation after nearly 40 years of marriage, citing biblical grounds.
Released a more than 6-minute-long new ad attacking his opponent's alleged personal and professional shortcomings.
So I did reach out to Paxton's campaign today for clarification on these conflicting positions, but I did not hear back. Remember, whether it is Paxton or it is John Cornyn, they will face off against the Democratic challenger, State Rep Taralico, in the general election.